Hello, hello. My name is Yusuff Toyeeb Ajibola. So today I'll be making a record clip, which is going to be about a five products or a five learning material for teaching and learning. So meanwhile, each of these products or learning material in this video, I'm going to talk about um, identify their name, the objectives, approach, the instructional design model, the novelty, the theory used, the evaluation and expert of each of the learning material or product I'm going to talk about in these clips. So the first product we're going to talk about is called Think and Learn. So Think and Learn, the objective of Think and Learn is to provide an environment which assists students where they are performing hands-on activities, which is it makes them um, feel what they are doing, like to be able to contribute, like they are in real world. So, and the second objective is that it assists high school students in generating hypotheses during abductive inquiry investigation. So those are the two objectives of Think and Learn. And the approach used is called cybergogy. So cybergogy is used because cybergogy is all about a virtual learning which promotes what I call it, the cognitive level of a student. So, and Think and Learn is a mobile device application. So, which is of course, students make use of it virtually to learn. So, the novelty of this um, mobile application, which is called Think and Learn, is that compared to desktop machine in which students need to be able to be where the desktop is to be able to use it to learn. So the novelty is that it is on the mobile devices, so which can be carried anywhere, can be used anywhere, anytime for learning, and it allows students to communicate with their instructors and get feedback immediately. So and it allows students also to communicate with each other. So so that they can share their idea and make correction on their learning. So the expert of this application is the science teachers. The science teachers were the experts for this product. And the evaluation is done by measuring the usability of this Think and Learn product, which is meanwhile which is done by asking the user on their opinion on the app, on the application, if it's what they call it, if it is promoting their critical thinking, and if it is if their learning is developing while using the app. So, and this evaluation, the usability is done on measuring the learnability, the operability, and the understandability, which is on the basis of ISO 2003. So that is what they call it. That is how the evaluation is done. So and this is the what they call it, the interface of the Think and Learn material. So as you can see, we can see physics, chemistry, biology, and other science, what they call other science subjects. So and on the second image, students can measure how they are learning. So to know what they call it, to know how fast they are going, to know. So the ID model, instructional design model used for this product is called Assure model. Assure model. So the A stands for the analyze. So this is a situation whereby learners were analyzed on their needs. So what what are the learners needed to promote their learning? So that is the first stage of the Assure model, which is analyze. and the second stage is called state. So the objective is the availability of different learning experience in which students can access digital information and means of communication with other students or instructors with convenience. So that's the objective being stated. So, and the third S, which is stand for select. So select means select which medium this application is going to be available for the user. So, and a mobile web application is selected for this think and learn product. So utilize, the U stand for utilize. So this is interpreted whereby a mobile web application was presented for the user. So the R is for require. So the mobile web require the participation of high school students in two phases. So for examination and selection for the product to function, and serve purpose. So, and the E is for evaluation. So science teacher from a local high school agreed on one of their science inquiry topics, which is heat energy transfer, and the science teacher is from the New Zealand standard science curriculum. So the evaluation is done to test the mobile learning efficiency. So that's why the Assure model is used. So think and learn meaning is that is a mobile web application which assists high school students in generating hypotheses, doing abductive inquiry investigation, which may be utilized for pedagogical purpose of enriching students' knowledge as well as engaging them in scientific inquiry practice. So the learning theory used for this think and learn is called connectivism. Connectivism. So the second learning material we are going to talk about is called formative assessment based mobile learning. So formative assessment based mobile learning. So the objective of formative assessment based mobile learning is conducting learning activities to improve student learning effectiveness anywhere and anytime via a mobile devices. So the approach used is cybergogy as well, which is learning happen virtually. So, and this formative assessment based mobile learning is that means it's a learning that occur via a mobile. So the novelty of formative assessment based mobile learning is that compared to traditional class, it allows individual students to be situated in a real world learning environment with personal support or guidance from the learning system. So, and the second novelty is that during the learning process, the mobile learning system guides the student to observe the real world learning objective and interact with them based on the formative assessment based mobile learning. So the evaluation for the what they call it formative assessment based mobile learning is done. So since formative assessment based mobile learning is set up for an elementary student school. So a school in China, which is called Qin Han Temple School, was used for evaluation. So, and the result shows that formative assessment based mobile learning improve the students' critical thinking and efficiency in their learning progress, in their learning environment. So this is the formative assessment based mobile learning interface. So which we can see. So the design instructional design model used for formative assessment based mobile learning is CAMP design model. So which analyze which is whereby they analyze the need, characteristics and instructional problem of learners. So, and based on the result from the analyze stage, design stage comes. So, to find a solution to the problem stated from the analyze stage, so which can be so in the design stage, what do you call it? A instructional strategy, content sequence, and messages were designed to solve the issues, to solve the issues that were identified on the analyze stage. So the design stage was developed, was bring into existence. So assist students. So and then comes the evaluation stage. So in formative assessment design model, so formal evaluation was conducted to determine the efficacy of the product. And a summative evaluation is available at the end of the learning to measure the achievement of the student. So based on these four stages, so it is found out that CAMP design model was used to design the product, so the learning material. So because after using the mobile learning, this formative assessment based on mobile learning, students will be able to, we have access to summative evaluation, which shows how progress they are in their learning, what they get corrected and what they missed, and the correction for whatever is wrong in their answers provided will be provided. So formative assessment based mobile learning, the meaning is that it's a learning system that provide feedback and support during instruction such that teachers and students can adjust ongoing instruction and learning to improve student achievement of planned instructional outcomes. So students will be provided with a correction to their wrong answers. So and the learning theory used is called constructivism. Constructivism. So the third point we are going to talk about today is called massive open online courses learning system, MOOCLS. So the objective of this is that it empowers teachers by providing them with a visualization tool that predicts and identifies participant participants learning styles. So the objective is that, as you all know, every we have different learners that learn differently. So the objective of this is that it provided teachers a visualization tool that predicts and identifies participant learning style, so that a suitable learning material will be provided for each learner based on their learning style. So the approach used for this product is called pedagogy. Pedagogy is a situation whereby it is a student-centered instructional methodology. So this is a so students, since in this situation is called, the student will be learner. So learner have a different learning style. So based on your learning style, a suitable learning material will be provided while using this massive open online courses learning style. So the novelty for this product is that compared to MOOCs, which stand for massive open online courses, is that this one allow the ability to meet diverse needs and preferences of learners. And the second novelty is that teachers can gain insight into learner preferences, strengths, and weakness, allowing them to make informed decisions regarding instructional approach. So the expert for this product is that every individual that has used MOOCs is, they are the one that were used they are the experts that validate this massive open online course learning style. So they already have an idea of using MOOCs. So they were used as an expert for MOOCLS. So this is the how MOOCLS looks. So, and the evaluation for this product is that it was done by 21 individual, and the evaluation was based on two criteria, which is usability. So the usability was measured on the basis of the learnability, efficiency, memorability, error, and satisfaction. So, and the second criteria which is used to measure to evaluate this product is utility, which is aimed to determine the tool's capacity to provide a concise overview of essential information. So the evaluation was done on based on two criteria, the usability and utility. So, and the ID model used for this product is called Merrill Principle of Instruction. So Merrill Principle of Instruction. So this is whereby the real world problem of learners with different learning style was to be solved. So the existing learners were monitored to know their differences and what they need to learn effectively. So they were monitored, they were what do you call it? They were observed. So okay, these are you learn, these are you learn. So the new knowledge is demonstrated to the learner, which is the introduction of massive online open course learning style. So it was introduced to them to suit their learning. So and then the new medium of learning is applied by learners to detect if it promotes effective learning and their meta cognition. So and the last stage is new personalized learning style MOC was integrated into the MOCS. So when a feedback was gotten from the learner who has made use of it, so and found it suitable and effective for their learning. So the theory used for this product is called connectivism. So, and MOCLS means a visualization tools that aim to help teachers and instructors to design teaching material in the best possible way to ensure an effective learning for all type of learners. So, the fourth point we're going to be talking today is called reciprocal teaching. So reciprocal teaching, the objective of reciprocal teaching is achieving a sustainable teaching and learning practice. And the second point for the objective is development of experience, incorporation and expressing of ideas in students. So that's the objective. And the approach used is called pedagogy. So pedagogy is a situation whereby it's a teaching practice. So the teacher teach while the student listen. So and reciprocal teaching is a situation whereby um, teacher teacher teach. So in order for the student to express their ideas and so the student can cooperate together. So the novelty for this reciprocal teaching is that it brings a high cognitive level of students. So, and the second one is that authentic content, authentic assessment, and student-centered learning activities with clear and detailed teaching goals. So, the expert for this reciprocal teaching is the teacher and the teacher assistant. They are the experts that validate this. So, the evaluation was done by giving a task to the students weekly. Meanwhile, they come into class the following week, present their presentation to the other students while the other students listen. And while every group of the class finished, a a point or a question will be asked by the listening students so that they can share an idea and uh, make a clearer explanation on whatever is not clear to the other students. So to promote their comprehension and to share knowledge. And every what do you call it? Every month end, so the evaluation is done by allowing every group to bring a, a, a project and present it to other students. So that's how the evaluation is done. So the ID model used for this reciprocal teaching is called Bloom taxonomy. So the R is for remember. So which is basic judgment for various power quality events. So understand followed by the understand. So learn about the various algorithm analysis method principle and applicable power quality events. So the next point is apply. So use lab view software to simulate power event and implement the algorithm. So analyze. Students can analyze the algorithm of power events and understand how they work. Evaluate is the next point, which is students comment on the merit and demerit of experiment based on the algorithm norms and standard they learn and experience they had. So create the last point, which is improve the original or proposed innovative idea and incorporating them into the group project at the end of the time. So um, this Bloom taxonomy is believed it was used for this reciprocal teaching due to the all the stages or all the stages as mentioned. It was followed. It was followed when using the reciprocal teaching in the class. So and all these steps falls under Bloom taxonomy. So the meaning of reciprocal teaching is that is an instructional procedure designed to teach students cognitive strategy that will lead to improved comprehension. So the learning theory used for this reciprocal teaching is called social constructivism theory. So the last point we're going to talk about is called ACE, your self-study. ACE, your self-study. So the objective of ACE, your self-study is that to encourage students to take responsibility by not only controlling their physical, social, and psychological environment, but also avoiding procrastination. So procrastination. So the novelty for this ECSF study is that innovative and modern support for independent student learning to improve critical thinking, metacognition, motivation, and strategic action. The second point is that directing students to think critically. So the third point is that provide students with learning experiences to construct their knowledge through digital model based on self-regulated learning. The approach used for this ECSF study is called Utagogi, which is a student-centered instructional methodology. So you control you control your learning environment. So an ECSF study is about self-regulated learning. So you control of what to learn, how to learn, and when to learn. So and the experts for this is a self-study is lecturers in basic mathematics course and experts media experts. So the evaluation for this is a self-study was done on two things, two things, which consists of test and non-test instruments. So it's done on test and non-test instruments. And the non-test instrument consists of a validation sheet. So, and this validation sheet is to verify verify the validity of the developed product. So, to know the validity of it. So, and it was filled by two experts. So, each of whom assess the design and content of the developed digital model. So, and the test instrument is a questionnaire which is aimed to measure the digital model product practically level, and it was filled by subject teachers which have used digital module developed in their learning, which have used digital modules developed in their learning. So the evaluation is done under two criteria. So this is the this is how the is yourself study looks like. So, and the instructional design model used is called AD model. So, um, the A stand for analyze. So, the D stand for design, followed by develop, followed by implementation, and followed by evaluation. So, for the analyze stage, is that analyzing learning outcome that students must master, students' characteristics concerning their knowledge, the attitude and skills that students have owned, and analyzing relevant material for the achievement of the desired competencies possessed by students. So the analysis results at this stage are self-evaluated and followed by a joint evaluation with colleagues to refine the analysis result. So in the for the design stage focuses on three activities, which is the selection of material according to the characteristics of students and demand of the competencies to be achieved. The second is the learning strategies, forms, and method of assessment. So an evaluation. So and this at this stage, the structure of the textbook and the framework of the content of the textbook are designed. So at the design stage, it is whereby the structure of the information material is designed, the framework and the content of it is designed, okay, to know the suitable design they are going to provide for the learner, that is going to be available for the learner. So in the development stage, several activities were carried out, such as searching and gathering relevant sources to enrich the material that is to be designed, making illustration, charts and graph, typing, layout of textbook, and digitizing the module so it can be available and accessed virtually for uh, for the students. So the implementation stage is that the development results are applied in learning to determine the effect on the quality of learning, including effectiveness, attractiveness, and learning efficiency. So implementation is carried out in a small groups to get input from students as material for improving product drafts. So at the evaluation stage, this is carried out to know if any update will be needed for each phase uses for the improvement. So it's carried out at the end of the program to determine its effect on students' critical thinking skills. This type of evaluation is relate back to the analysis stage to improve the results in product development. So the theory used is called social cognitive theory. And the meaning of Ace Yourself study is that it's a self-regulated learning based digital model in form of an application on a smartphone so in which students um, control what they learn, how to learn, and when to learn. They set their goals, uh, uh, time management, so they have control over everything for their learning to take place. So um, I think this will be all for my recording. So thank you very much and have a nice day. Okay, next I'll be talking about the strength and weakness of each product or learning material that's that we're talking about in this recording. So the first strength and weakness I'll be talking about is about think and learn. So the strength is that this think and learn material product it's built to support science students in their abductive inquiry investigation learning in a modern way, which makes it easily accessible, used, and effective. Because due to the development of the integration of ICT into education system, so the think and learn was made as a mobile was made to be accessed via mobile, so it can be easily accessible, used, and effective. So far, a student have a mobile devices. So, and the weakness for think and learn is that students might get easily distracted with their mobile while learning. So, while learning through the think and learn application, students can easily get distracted. Maybe a notification from WhatsApp or quickly surfing to the internet or something. So that is for the think and learn. So the next point we're talking about is the strength and weakness for the formative assessment based mobile learning. So the strength is that it allows students to have confidence in themselves while expressing their opinion, because they are aware that if they are wrong, a guide will be provided and it will increase their knowledge and understanding. So the students or learners, they are not scared to contribute. So to contribute, because if they are wrong, a guide will be given to them so that they can correct their mistake. So for the weakness, so students can easily get distracted while studying their mobile devices as well. So, and the next weakness is that students might get demotivated with the result from the summative assessment at the end of the learning. Because formative assessment based mobile learning, when the learner are using it, there is a summative assessment at the end of the learning. So why students assess the summative assessment, the results from the assessment, if it's not good, a student or a learner might get demotivated. So that is for the formative assessment based mobile learning. So the next one is massive open online course learning style, which I'll be talking about the strengths and the weakness. So the strength for that is that the integration for that is that, so for the massive open online course learner style, the strength is that the integration of learner style into the massive open online course, so is that it is a situation whereby a specific learner style is available to a learner accordingly. So why a learner is have access to his required learner style to allow a full understanding of the learning that is occurring through their learning style that they mostly preserve. So for the weakness, for the weakness is that it will allow user to be focused only on one learning style. So it won't give a situation of whereby a learner will be challenging themselves or to know their capability to at least try a learning style, and it will put a learner in a situation whereby if there is no if their learning style is not available, then there will be learning that will be occurring. So that is for their weakness. And for the next is reciprocal teaching. So the strength is that students in an environment with a reciprocal teaching is that the students will be developed with will be in a situation whereby they have high cognitive level. So it will promote collaborative learning and ability to express opinion within his or her mate. So, and that will surely contribute to the listening and always expressing idea freely, because they'll be able to learn from each other. So there's a collaborative learning with these students in a reciprocal teaching, because every learner or student needs to contribute in the learning environment. So, and uh, in that uh, in that situation, their cognitive level will develop. So, and for the weakness is that misleading feedback might be might come into existence, because the students are allowed to interact and collaborate with other students, with their mates. So um, um, the feedback that might be given by a student to his other mates might be wrong. So that's for their weakness. So misleading feedback. And for the ACE your self-study, which is the last one, the strength is that it promotes self-regulated learning for learner in a modernized way, and it allows goal sets to be achieved by providing a suitable learning material according to the learner characteristic and improve their critical thinking independently. So, and for the weakness, it is an application that is built for mobile devices. So, the user can also get easily distracted while using it. So, and it puts a learner in a situation whereby they only learn in what they are interested in and not minding to learn any other thing, maybe to normal. So that's for the weakness and strength for each of the um, product or learning material. So thank you very much for your attention. Bye.